Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the Pinellas County School Choice Programs. So what types of programs are available for choice and what does that mean? I remember when I first moved to Florida, I'd heard of charter before, obviously, and obviously I know about public schools and private schools, but I started hearing about fundamental. But nobody could tell me what it was. So I got these like wackadoo ideas in my head, fundamental, like crazy. They're going to like take you out into the woods and leave your 5-year-old there with like a twig and a match and say, good luck, use your fundamentals to get back. That's not what it is. That's not even legal, I don't think. But anyway, so fundamental schools are basically trying to get back to the way schools used to be. And the fundamental schools goal is academically rigorous. Now, the great thing about fundamental schools is once you get into a fundamental school in Pinellas County, there are multiple fundamental elementaries, then there's a middle, and then there's a high school. So you could stay in the fundamental system the whole way through if that's what you fall in love with. The fundamental high school is Osceola, and that can be a bit of a drive depending on where you live. But if you're in love with it and your child's in love with it, it might be worth it for you. There are 6 fundamental elementary schools in Pinellas County, and they are Tarpon Springs, Curtis, Pasadena, Lakeview, Madera Beach, which is a K through 8, and Bayview. Then when you get to middle school, it shrinks down to 3, which is Clearwater, Thurgood Marshall, and again, Madera Beach K through 8. And then the last I obviously already mentioned, which is Osceola Fundamental High School. So what is really the difference between fundamental and your typical public school? So there's some requirements. There are mandatory parent meetings monthly. You must attend them, mandatory, not optional. There's also regular communication with your teachers. I know friends of mine have received emails daily. Minimum, I believe, is weekly. There is a homework-heavy curriculum. So I want to stress that because some people get super excited when they get into fundamental and then they don't remember what they signed up for. It is homework heavy curriculum. There's also a system of demerits that starts in kindergarten that requires students to stay on task or they receive demerits and then obviously detention down the line and whatnot. There is a stricter dress code for these schools and a higher expectation for student behavior and cooperation. So that's a little bit of an overview of fundamental versus public. And then there are a ton of other choice programs in the Pinellas County School District that you also have available to you. In elementary and middle, there are engineering, STEM, journalism, there's international studies gifted, and then there's the arts program. The high school programs available also include all of those, plus they have a ton of others like construction, they have finance, medicine, environmental, safety and law, culinary. They have a ton of programs. Some of the programs are available to students who live anywhere in the county, while others have designated zip codes that you have to be in order to attend that program. And I've got all the details for you on my website.